talking about Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Now, Little Big Planet is one of my favorite franchises ever for the PlayStation. Me and my sister grew up playing all the games all the time. We were so into it, we even decided who would do the harder chores based on who won in Little Big Planet karting. Ah, memories. Now, Media Molecule was the studio behind the first two games, and they did a fantastic job. But when it came to the third one, Sony called Sumo Digital up to the bat. Now, while Little Big Planet 3 is a decent game with fun gameplay, the fan base did not like it because it had incredibly long loading times, game-breaking bugs, even to this day. I still can't get through my Little Big Planet 3 save without starting over because of a game-breaking bug. Now that left a very bad taste in the mouth of fans. And we were wondering if there was ever going to be another Little Big Planet game again. And then at the Future of Gaming event in 2020 for the PS5 reveal, they hit us with a bombshell. Not only was Sackboy back for a new game, it was a 3D platformer like I always wanted as a kid. But one thing stood out. This one wasn't called Little Big Planet 4, Little Big Planet 3D, none of that. It was Sackboy, A Big Adventure, giving our character the title he deserves once and for all. Now, being one of the people that was lucky enough to get a PlayStation 5 on launch day, there's a video about that too. I had to pick this game up. And not only did I have to pick this game up, I had to have somebody to play it multiplayer with. So, throughout this whole playthrough, my girlfriend and my sister helped me with the co-op. So, shout out to them. But this game, man, I can't lie to you when I say I think it's perfect. It even stands out to me among the other 3D platformers that came out alongside the PS5, like Astro's Playroom. This game starts out like a pretty usual 3D platformer with a Little Big Planet flair. It reminds me a lot of Mario 3D World, if you guys have ever played or seen that one. Now, the 3D platformer genre is personally my favorite genre out of all of them. It has just made a classic list of games that I can always revisit and have fun with. But lately, I've just been feeling burnt out on 3D platformers. Like, I was not able to finish Ukulele. I beat A Hat in Time and I loved it. And I beat Astro and I loved it. But I wasn't sure what to expect since I wasn't too impressed by Sumo Digital's other work. But allowing them to branch out and make Sackboy a 3D platformer is just the kind of fun I think we've needed in 2020. I had a blast playing this game with my friends, with my girlfriend, with my sister. I never didn't have fun with this game. And they threw in some things that I thought would never be in a Little Big Planet game. Like, there's these levels that are musical themed, and everything takes place to the beat of the song, and it matches with the song. And that's not too surprising for a platformer. That's pretty par for the course. But what's very surprising is the soundtrack selection. Like, they have Uptown Funk and a Britney Spears song in here that have musical themed levels. Like, when Uptown Funk came on, at first I was like, hey, that kind of sounds like Uptown Funk. But then I was like, wait a minute. It is. And then the level was just awesome to go with it. But the most impressive thing to me about this is that they managed to keep not only my attention as a fan, but my girlfriend's attention, as this is the first time she's ever played a Little Big Planet game. So it has to be really good to keep our attention that long. Now, if I had one complaint for this game, it would be the power-ups. There isn't too wide of a variety of power-ups. There's the honey feat that lets you walk on walls, and the grappling hook, and that's kind of the only one I can think, or the only two I can think of. And they played extremely well. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved the honey shoe levels where you're walking on the wall, and I really, really, really wish they would have done more grappling hook levels, because those have always been my favorite in the series. And if they could do some more grappling hook levels for this, I would just love them. Now, come to think of it, there is another power-up I can think of, and I don't know what it's called in-game, but I call it the Iron Man suit. And that sounds on its own awesome. But I don't think they used it good, because it's used for some really fun platforming levels. But I don't think it feels good. But all the platforming is 10 out of 10 spectacular. Now, after all of these years, couch co-op has kind of died. Rest in peace. But multiplayer over the internet is an amazing thing. Don't get me wrong. I love being able to hop on Discord and hop into some games with my friends. It's a great time. But don't get me wrong. There's something special about having two controllers, the same screen or a split screen, in front of a game that you two take on together in the same room, and you can see their facial expressions, and you can see they're having just as much fun as you. And I think in a year where we're as separated as we have been in 2020, that is just what we needed. A fun couch co-op platformer for the PS5. And so when it comes to that aspect, I give this game a solid 10 out of 10. Just as a fan, as someone who needed this type of game in 2020, it hit the exact spot I wanted it to itch. And I think it will do the same for you. So I cannot recommend this game enough if you can get it on the PS5 or the PS4. And that is where I will leave this today. But until next time, this is Alex from Silver Key signing out. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, give me a comment. And if you've made it this far, thank you for the watch minutes. And make sure you follow us on Twitch, because I stream every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we do our podcast every other Monday at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But all right, peace.